boys and girls. This is another in our language arts series. We will be looking at affixes, and today we'll be dealing with the suffix. Now, prefixes and suffixes are affixes. An affix is something that is attached to something. So, since the suffix is attached to the end of the word, it is an affix. The prefix is an affix because it's attached to the beginning of the word. Now, we will be looking at how suffixes add meaning to root words. We'll be looking at the functions of suffixes, what they do, and what they will do for us. Now, learning these words will greatly enhance our vocabularies. What are suffixes? A suffix is a word part that is placed at the end of a root word. A root word is also referred to as a base word. Some of the most common suffixes are ed, ing, est, ment, full, and there's an entire list going on. What are the functions of suffixes? Suffixes often transform a word into a different part of speech. Let us look at this sentence. The boy displayed his boyish tricks and all the adults were greatly disturbed. In the sentence above, boy, which is functioning as a noun, is changed to boyish with the addition of the suffix ish. Now it is describing the tricks the boys played. So it is now functioning as an adjective. So we say the suffix ish changes a noun to function as an adjective. Now, different suffixes change different parts of speech to function as one or more of the 8 parts of speech. Adding suffixes. Adding a suffix to a root word is more complicated than adding a prefix. As in most cases, some changes have to be made to the root word. Now, there are some times when we have to change the final Y. There are some times when we have to change the F. There are some times when we have to do many different things. Drop some letters to ensure that the spelling rules are adhered to when adding suffixes. Let us look at this chart. We have some root words, suffixes added, a new word that is formed, and the notation of a change that has taken place. Let us look at the first word, hop. Now, hop is a CVC word. That means that hop has a consonant, a vowel, and a final consonant. Words that are written in that form, adding a suffix that begins with another vowel will do something to the first vowel. In this case, the I would give the O a long sound. We do not want that. We do not want hoping. We still need to keep the sound hop. So in order to get that done, we have to double the final letter. So we double the P and we get hopping. Now, hop plus ing equals hopping. What has changed? The P was doubled. Then we have race. Race is a word with the CVCE rule. So the CVCE rule, the final E is usually silent. Now, adding another suffix with, beginning with a vowel, is going to mess that all up. So what we need to do is, some persons say drop the E to add the ED. Others say just add D. But here and there, we know that we would have to do something to let the final E not be there, because it would not be the same sound with the double E's. Then we have the word happy, and we want to add the suffix ly or ly. The first thing we have to do is to drop the Y. When we drop the Y, we add an I. Some persons say change the Y to I, and then we add our ly. So we have happy plus ly equals happily. But what has changed? The Y has been replaced with I. Then we have the word leaf, and we want to pluralize that word. So we are adding ES. Again, some changes have to be done. So in this case, we drop the F and add VES. Some person said change the F to V and add ES. Functions of suffixes. Suffixes do different things to root words. One, they change a part of speech of the word. We said that before. Two, they work within the parts of speech by forming plurals, forming past tense, and stuff like those. So let's look at forming nouns using suffixes. The suffixes that are regularly used to form nouns are these that are there. We have shan, ity, ness, ism, meant, and, ship, age, and or ERY. Let us look at a word. The word patriotism and loyalty are words formed by the addition of suffixes. To patriotism, we added ISM, and it now becomes an abstract noun. So the sentence reads, patriotism and loyalty are great qualities. They are naming something, a quality of a person. And then we say he displayed great integrity. The suffix ity is added there, and it is now naming a quality. These are really abstract nouns. They are qualities or conditions that you are not able to touch or to perceive using the senses. However, you know they are there based on some evidence of actions from the persons. So just like suffixes are used to be added to words to form nouns, the same thing happens for verbs as well as other parts of speech. So common suffixes that form verbs are ise, en, ate, or fy. And we have the word advertise there in that sentence. He wants to advertise here. And we have the word soften, where en was added. Also, because of the subject verb agreement, an s was also added to soften to really ensure that the language, the grammatic structure of the sentence is correct. So we say heat softens meat. So the soft is the root word there, but we had added en to make it into a verb, and then we add the s for the base verb plus s. Then we communicate every day, and the suffix ate is added there, and we communicate. So it's an action that we do every day. Forming adjectives, the most common suffixes that we use are these here. We have al, and, if, us, full, and less. It was a joyous occasion. Joy here is a root word. It's describing the word joyous is describing the occasion. The addition of ous to joy forms an adjective that is describing an occasion here. An expensive dress, we have the root word expense. We dropped the final E and add IVE, as in looking at the rules that we had discussed before. It is now describing the dress. Then we have a helpful child. So help, there is a root word. Full is a suffix added and it's describing the child. Suffixes are also used in the formation of adverbs. So we have ly, ward, and wise. Most adverbs are formed with ly. I don't know why. Okay, so she walks briskly. Brisk is the root word. We added the suffix ly, and it is now describing how the girl walks. Hence, it is describing the verb, thus functioning as an adverb. It moved in a clockwise manner. We have added Y's to clock, and it is describing the manner in which something moves. Okay, that's it for now. Let's do a little recap. We looked at suffixes. What are suffixes? Suffixes are word parts that are added to the ending of root words. Root words are also called base words. Suffixes work within the parts of speech. Some suffixes change the part of speech of words. Others add to the parts of speech. They change within the same part of speech, forming plurals, forming past tense, as well as other things. The learning prefixes and suffixes help to build our vocabulary, and with the continuous expansion of words, our vocabularies will be enhanced. Prefixes and suffixes are called affixes. Together they are affixes because they are affixed to words. And they take with them their meanings, so they add meanings to the root words. And the root words also keep their meanings, so it's just an addition of meaning. It doesn't really change the meaning of the word, it adds meaning to the word.